What's happening, y'all? Welcome to episode 370 of the Konfidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson on the Konfidence in the Klutch network. Click that bell for notifications of new content when I drop. New media, energy up, health as well. Celebrated that birthday on Saturday. Chilled with the family, went out with my children. All good. It was all good. Kels popped up late. It's all good. It's all good. It was just mumbo jumbo because I didn't have any plans like that. So when you got children, you got to leave it open for their interpretation because sometimes they try to surprise you and stuff. So, but I did get my Vinny jersey, my Real Madrid Vinny Jr. jersey, because that's all I wanted for my birthday, and I got plenty dough. So it's all good. Salute to everybody. Wish me happy birthday. 47. That don't even sound right, B. I sure don't feel it. At times I do. But it is what it is. I'm glad to be 47. I want to get to 147. Shit, it is what it is. I tell you right, I don't know, this boy hot. We talk about that 400 degrees. I show you right now why this boy hot. Whatever, man. Come on now. All right, y'all, let's get into it. I ain't even got the iPad. Oh. And I said, you know what? Start using my lunches better. Like, I'm on lunch right now. So I'm getting this done. You know what I mean, B? Today, my workout day, too. We're getting this done on my lunch, man. We ain't even messing around. I go back to work. You got to maximize your time. You know what I mean? That's what we are. All right. D-Book had 50 last night. We'll talk about that, too, maybe. He had 50 the last 3 times, according to SportsCenter, when he played Pelicans and shit. All right. Last week, Tuesday, the Lakers beat the Bucks, right? In double OT, they erased a 19-point deficit with 9 minutes in the fourth quarter. 3 players had 20 points apiece for the Lakers. They had 20-point double-doubles at that. Austin Reese had his first triple-double. You know what I mean? There was no LeBron. AD did his thing. He outplayed Giannis to a certain degree, and that was hard with Giannis' stat line that he had. He had like 20-something and like 10, damn near 9. So this is quick for people to be like, yo, when Bron don't play, they done beat the Celtics. They beat the Bucks twice. They done beat, who else did they beat? I forgot who else they beat. Like somebody like maybe the Thunder or the Wolves. I know they ain't beat the Nuggets. But is he holding the team back with his usage rate because the ball moved more freely and all that? You know what I mean? You can say that, but I always said LeBron is a great passer, but I think he could pass out of the post. I really wish LeBron would get more on the block now because he's still hard to deal with. And that left-right shoulder stuff, I think he can pull it out and them fadeaways and get in the post like Bron did to extend his career. All they having to dribble up the ball, that's wear and tear. Go get on the block. Hey. He's still 6'8", 250, 260, whatever he is. So he still got the turn around, pump fake, and then he can still take somebody out to the tray. He's shooting his best 3-point percentage of his career. So maybe he do need to get up off the ball a little bit more. Let Reeve, let D-Lo and them handle the rock and he do his thing. Let D-Lo be in the pick and roll with AD. Let D-Lo be in the pick and roll with Rui. Let D-Lo be in the pick and roll. Austin Reeves be in the pick and roll with Bron. Try it. You may like it. We know, being in Milwaukee where I'm from, Lakers had the Bucks number, man. I don't understand what the fuck it is. But Darvin Ham should know how to beat the Bucks, though. He's the coach here. I was telling y'all before, we just needed to trade Darvin Ham back to the Bucks. Whatever we need to do. Damn. Giannis had 29, 21, and 11. Dame had 9. Was 9 and 29 from the field, 3 or 14 for the tray ball. Now, like Dame not being able to defend at a high level against the Lakers, with them seeking them out is a problem. And we know in playoffs become intentional, and coaches do what they got to do to make sure they get the matchups they need to get on offense to exploit people that might not be the best defensive player, right? Dre, you can't get kicked out of the game, G, within first 4 minutes, and y'all know we ain't got Jonathan Kuminga and we on a East Coast road trip, right? Like, it's got to be like, to Dre, like, it's enough is enough. I mean, well, there was a report like Steph Curry was almost in tears or something after the game, just exhausted by the shit. We don't know what he might have been tearing about. Anything could have happened. He could have had a family issue, but Draymond, enough is enough. Like, you putting things into different situations where, I mean, people were there to help you and trying to calm you down, and you just had to keep getting your shit off. Like, come on, man. After you got the first tee, just chill. You got the first tee. You know we needed you. So my question is, have you ever seen a referee send a tech Draymond? I'll wait. I ain't ever seen a referee send a tech. I'll wait. So, you know what I mean? Like, what we doing here? Are we posing? You know what I'm saying? What we doing? What we doing? What here, B? What we doing, B? What we doing, B? I'll show you right now if this boy hot. Chill, Draymond. You know what I mean? That's his 4th ejection this year. His 2nd in the first quarter. And he has the most ejections in the last 20 years, like in a season type shit. Like, come on, man. All right. The Washington Wizards, who was trying to use I'm leaving, we going to Virginia, and they got all this and I got all this to move away from D.C., but Ted Leonis is secured $500 million in public financing to renovate the current stadium and signed like a 20-plus year lease to stay in D.C. Yay. I, being a sports management master's degree recipient, MS, sports management, I'm against public funding for professional sports teams at all. These teams make money every direction, every turn when you go into an arena. They have enough money. They got revenue sharing. They got all types of things that happen that, at the end of the day, they prey on the fan base that you're going to lose this team if you guys don't help us with the money. I think that's bullshit. And at this point in time, when the rate of inflation ain't keeping up with a lot of people's salaries, you're asking the fans to pay for your playground. Like, that's your playground. Billionaires own sports franchises and stuff, and this ain't their main business where they making money from. That's why I love the owners and salute to all the owners that just pay for their stuff themselves. Like, I don't appreciate you getting at the taxpayers and we'll leave if you guys don't build us a stadium. Like, some communities need to be like, well, then buy in, because that's more money in their pocket. I get it though, but I'm just against it. You know what I mean? Taxpayers shouldn't pay for any entertainment arenas, stadiums, and theaters. Like, yo, those are private businesses, because the public just can't go in there and use it when they want to, and they paying for it. So no. So no VA for them. Now, the Jahntay Porter gambling shit, y'all knew it was going to happen. The way he left them games, though, probably was suspicious, but can we trust draft books with pointing out people that do things? Because I'm sure there's other instances where they could say somebody might have been doing things, and this is where we got to be careful with saying Jahntay Porter possibly did the things and what he did, and people made money. People got lucky. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So if you've been looking and seeing dog ain't going to get them numbers, he only played these amount of minutes, he ain't going to get them numbers, and you push them buttons. Could he have helped that line? Absolutely, he could have. Could it seem like he did unknowingly just because time scoring situation of the world we're in? Absolutely. But if he did it and he admitted to it, he might have not be able to play in the league ever again. He might have played his last couple minutes in the league. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. So, we knew a couple years ago in Minnesota with the Timberwolves that they were selling. Glenn Taylor was finally selling, and we knew A-Rod and one of his and the partner was the buyers. A-Rod at the games, he got his tans and all this shit, right? But now, Glenn Taylor gave them an opportunity to buy the team like on a payment plan. That don't work. You need the money in escrow. Come with it. We ain't doing that. Like the NFL, if you buy an NFL team, whoever the first person that's the majority owner, even if it's a team, they got to have that money in escrow. Liquid, cash, now. So Glenn Taylor gave him, like, if y'all do this by this day, this by this day, this by this day, this by this day, whatever. So reportedly, A-Rod and his team was scrambling to get this last $600 million and was calling all types of people to try to get it, right? That's messed up itself that news got out. So what happened is, right now, he sold the team. Taylor sold the team to them for $1.5 billion in 2021. So Taylor says, I'm done. I'm not selling the team no more. Now, is this Glenn Taylor's buyer remorse, right? Or is this from A-Rod because A-Rod and them didn't have the funds and a loophole that, you know what I'm saying, y'all didn't have the funds, okay, whatever. He went back in control? Or do it come down to expansion and money that Taylor left on the table knowing he could have got way more than $1.5 billion for the Minnesota Timberwolves? And the money he'd get from expansion when we go to Vegas and Seattle? Plus, the Wolves are good as fuck. You got a nice core. We built this team. We traded who we needed to trade. And we one of the top teams in the Western Conference in the league. The hell yeah, I want to be on TV. Yeah, I mean, I want to, because we ain't made it out of the first round but one time. When was that? That was when they played Kobe. What was that? 08, 09 with KG? 08? What was that? 08, 07? Against Kobe and them, right? When Kobe went to play Boston that first time. I think it was 08 or something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, buyer's remorse. You know what I'm saying? And A-Rod them didn't have the money because A-Rod them had the money. It is what it is. But it's going to court. It's going to litigation. And if you sign some paperwork, but they didn't drop the money and they say this is the last date y'all got to get the money, they might be asked out. All right, reportedly, Joel Embiid is expected to return tonight after missing 28 games for the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia is currently in the 8th seed, 3.5 games out of the 6th seed with 7 games left to play. You know, everybody doesn't want to be in that play-in. Play-in are 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, to me, they're play-in bound. So, the play-in in the Eastern Conference, hold up. So, we got Miami in the 7th, Philly in the 8th, Chicago in the 9th, and then the Hawks in the 10th. So yeah, they're trying to jump Miami and hoping the Pacers fall or the Magic fall. I can't see none of that happening. Unless they start sitting people, but I can't see people sitting people not to win a game. We talked about it earlier with Bron and them. I can see you sitting people to rest your, like Bron. You know what I'm saying? Like we sitting Bron. Like we should still be able to win with Bron without Bron because we don't show we can win without Bron. But we'll see. But he's not going to come back and play 40 minutes. They're going to be bringing them in, and let them ramp up that by the end of them 7 games, he should be playing down there 40 minutes. Now, in the West, it's a little bit more jammed up. I think Golden State is fine in the 10th, and they ain't got to worry about Houston, and they will make the playoffs this year. And then they'll be in there with the Lakers, Suns, and Kings in that order. So it's going to be a little bit different with all that firepower in the West in the play-in. And then, you know, that AFC, they got to go right to play Denver, so it's Denver or OKC. So it's you can't be positioning yourself to try to miss somebody. Just make the fucking dance, and whoever comes in front of you, you play their ass. That's what I say. Right, Eastern Conference. There's a 24-game separation from 1st through 10th. In the West is 12 games 1st through 10th. So you got to just play who you play. You got to play who you play, and I understand matchups, but it's playoff basketball and it's intentional, and that's what we got to know. Right, that's what we got to understand. All right, know in the comments what y'all think, man. All right, let's talk some NCAA man and women's basketball for the one time. So we're at our Final Four right now. Right. We had our number ones, and 2 of those went down with Houston and North Carolina. We have UConn and Purdue still left. Remember, my final, I had UConn versus Kentucky or Marquette, so that's not going to happen. Yo, can I talk about Alabama for a little bit? I'm a fan. Grant Nelson, no relation. Again, in the Sweet 16 game against North Carolina, 24-16, 5 blocks. He had a 7-0 run himself in the second half. And the biggest play of the game, I always look for those biggest plays because people think it's the last second shot. It was the foul. It was none of this. There's always one play that turns the game on that final run down there. And the biggest play of the game was when Baycott went to the hole and didn't reverse pivot and turn over. Which pivot? What shoulder he didn't? He didn't turn over his right shoulder, I don't think. And he turned over the ball in the second half. And Alabama went down to score. But Alabama played very well that game, and I really liked their team. I enjoyed their team, watching them play. UConn, Peter Roll, Illinois to reach the Final Four, right? And we know Alabama won their game to make their Final Four. I forgot who they beat. I think it was Clemson, maybe. I don't know. Purdue beat Tennessee. Edie murdered shit and had 38-16. Now with UConn, let me go back to UConn. That Peter Road, they had a 30-0 run. That's ridiculous. That's like phenomenal in basketball. Okay, Purdue. Edie murdered shit was he had 40-16. I got 38. I thought he had 40. Maybe it's 38-16 against Tennessee. So it's Purdue first Finals Four since 1980. Then the NC State. Yeah, I mean, they were 11 seed. They earned their first Final Four appearance since 1983 with the win over number 4 Duke. They ran through the ACC championship to win their 9th straight win. They before the NCAA, before the ACC tournament championship, they were on a 4-game. They were on a 4-game losing streak. So that's just phenomenal with that as well. So right now we got. Let me see. Who we got? We got hold up. Man, this mouse is bugging out, B. I said my mouse is bugging out, B. If she bad, she know just where to find me. Grimy, she slimy. All right, so we got Purdue, NC State, UConn, Alabama. Man, UConn on the road. It looked like it's set up for UConn for Purdue. I got Purdue. I had UConn, so I got to stay with UConn. But man, that was my pick. I can't get away from it. The Alabama team, man. I'm telling you, the Alabama team, man, that's gonna be a good game. I'm not saying Alabama won't upset UConn. But I'm not definitely saying they can't upset UConn. But I got UConn as my pick. I got to roll with it. So this UConn Purdue, that's going to be a really, really good game. And I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. So I got UConn. I got to stay with it. I got to stay consistent. So I got UConn beating Purdue. Man, no. Okay. Now on the other side of the coin, right, the women, phenomenal. And I ain't comparing the women with the men. We had our number 1, South Carolina, Iowa, USC, Texas. We got 2 of them going, USC and Texas. I had South Carolina versus USC for the championship. That can't happen. South Carolina is my champion anyway. So we talk about the women's tournament. There's always some extra bullshit due to toxic masculinity and racism, if you ask me. So LSU beat UCLA, right? That 30-second timeout that Kim Mulkey left. When I talked about the North Carolina-Alabama men's game, with Baycott not turning over that shoulder and turning over the ball with his post move, that 30-second timeout with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left against UCLA was key for Kim Mulkey. That left her with 1 timeout, but they were down 1 and could not afford to go down 3 or 4. See, this coaching. They could not afford to go down 3 and 4 at that point in time. Flau'jae killed with 24 and 12, and I love Flau'jae game. She plays Mad D. She got them damn commercials where she's shooting, and her shit, her mid-range, her Kobe shit, elbow shit, that Enrique shit is paper. Angel Reese got mad at UCLA bench because they read that damn article before the game and was talking crazy. In post-game, she told UCLA and everybody, they fans shit, to get out your feelings and get a bag. Get out your feelings and get a bag. I love Angel, man. That's what I'm talking about. Heart of a champion. After post-game, LSU beat UCLA. Mulkey rips the LA Times article calling their players dirty debutantes. The writer was crazy, right? But it's not all on the writer. He had an editor that cleared the shit. So there was like milk and cookies and we're good and they're the dirty debutantes and whatever. Anytime you have, I'm going to be honest, anytime you got a white team, you can't touch them. You can't do nothing. The black girls are so physical and they're all this aggressive and all that shit. It's basketball. It's a sport. It's a competition. But it's always that aggressive, wild shit when you talk to the black people about the black people. And then we talk to the whites about the white people. It's, oh, no, and my princess and my daughter and she's, and dainty and I'll get off of her and all this shit and all that. I've been a girls basketball coach for 23 years, dog. That's why you got to do what you got to do. It doesn't matter. It's competition. Mulkey rips the LA Times article, right? Dirty Debutantes. This isn't a porn movie. You look up Dirty Debutantes, those are pornos on all types of sites. That's wild. That's wild. Aggressive black women are always shitted on by whites in sports and sports journalism. I'm going to say it again. Aggressive black women are always shitted on by whites in sports and sports journalism. I'm going to say it again. Aggressive black women are always shitted on by whites in sports and sports journalism. They did it to Serena. Van Liff called it out, though, as a white woman. Straight racism due to them trash talking other teams. She's like, I trash talk. They don't talk shit to me and treat me like that. But they treat my teammates like that because I got black girls on my team with attitudes, and I appreciate her saying that shit. She didn't say they had a bad attitude. They got an attitude about this shit like, yo, hey, get out your feelings and get you a bag. You know what I'm saying, bitch? Get out your feelings and get you a bag, bitch. I you know, it is what it is. No, y'all want to point this finger and make these sisters make them think they feel a certain way. Fuck it, we gonna give you everything you want. You got to deal with it. And when we lose, we just gonna lose. If we lose, but if not, we busting y'all ass to the white meat. Y'all busting you in the head. The only problem is when you do all that shit and you do it to a white team, then it's the problem. That's the problem with the whites. So the article referenced good versus evil and all this shit, man. Reese said it motivated them every time someone says something crazy about them. Now, the writer apologized. They took the article down, edited, rescinded some of the shit, took some of the dirty debutantes and all the bullshit out Monday after the paper retracted all that shit, right? So, you know what I'm saying? They should have stayed in the fire. Y'all wrote that shit, stay in it. Don't change that shit up just because motherfucker called y'all on the carpet. Y'all knew y'all didn't have no journalism integrity for the shit. So, South Carolina, Oregon State. Cardozo goes. She went to the bench with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. South Carolina was up 2. The rest of that quarter, they go on a 12-0 run. So they reached their 4th straight Final Four. And by the way, Dawn Staley, I don't have to keep talking about Dawn. Everybody know what the fuck Dawn and them doing down there. And maybe we need to keep talking about Dawn and give them more likes. Motherfuckers ain't really pumping them up as much as they need to. The shit Dawn Staley doing down at South Carolina, 107-3 in the last 3 seasons, coming off that national championship. Come on, man. We all know that year with the COVID shit, they would have won that bitch. Y'all know that, right? They was gonna win that shit. And that's why that hurt so much, Dawn. South Carolina, salute. Y'all know that's my champion, always. North Carolina State, Texas game is 43-31 at the half. North Carolina State, Isaiah James, right? Killed 21. She had 21, 5 trade balls, 5 rebounds at halftime. It's game over. So it was over. Shout out to North Carolina State for reaching a Final Four. They found out at the Portland site that one side 3-point line is off, and they was thinking at the time both was off, but what it came down to was it was 9 inches off, and they were saying the teams that shot on that half shot 3 percentage points lower than on the other half. This comes down to quality control. Where are you doing the setup? And what the fuck is going on? Like that, you can't have those type of problems, yo. There's too much money into this shit. And with the gambling shit, oh man, you know they was pissed probably because the motherfuckers might be betting over and under on 3-point percent. You know what I'm saying? Some players. And I agree with them taking the prop bets out, but listen, for NCAA, if you can bet on it, you can bet on the shit, man. They got to figure it out. Maybe you can't. I don't know what you're going to have to do, but it is what it is. People just got to get a grip. You know what I'm saying? Get a grip, man. There's a lot of shit going on with this. Last night, we're going to finish this Final Four, Elite 8 shit, right? LSU Iowa game. I made sure everything was right. Iowa jumped out to a 17-9 lead. I didn't understand Van Lith on Clark, but that's all they had because Mulkey doesn't trust her bench. So they had her and they had dang, I forgot the sister name. Number 5, is it Powell? Because I don't listen to the sound. I'll never listen to the sound with games. I want to watch what I want to watch unless it get down to the last second. Then I want to see what's going on and hear strategy and all that shit. But I don't listen to the sound, so I apologize to her. But they only had Van Lith and her to hold Clark. But Clark is so Aka, and oops. Xhaka, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much. You can't even defend that shit. Van Lith was like, shit, what the fuck? I'm playing D. She's shooting all the way from the fuck back there. She ain't getting to the hole on me. She ain't posting me up. I don't know what the fuck you want to do. So Iowa came out in the 2-3 to force LSU to take outside shots. The problem is Iowa doesn't have the length to deal with Reese and Morrow, right? So it ended up being 27-26. LSU at the end of the first quarter. Flau'jae hit the J and shit. Perfect. Now I was like, oh, she activated. Then they got a steal, and it was like, oh, then it was 31-26 at the end of the quarter one. Like, oh. So then 8 minutes and 1 second left in quarter two, Angel sprained her ankle again, tweaked it a little bit, right? And when she went out, that was a problem, but they was okay because she'd be all right. She'd ride. She came back. So and this is what I said about Angel too. Angel needs a turn over her right shoulder. Like they can go right because when they turn over their left, they can go right. You should have each shoulder. You should have 4 moves. You should have a drop step. You should have an up and under. You should have a turnaround J. You should have a jump hook over each shoulder. So that's 8 shots. That's all you need. One move, and with the 4 different pivots. You know what I mean? That way you got a counter every time. Oh, okay, you took this away, then I can go to this. That's every post player. There's a reason why all my years of coaching, one of my players made the WNBA was drafted. She was a post player. Angel needs a right shoulder. She needs to work on her right shoulder turn. Flage's mid-range is fire, 49.5, like this is a game. But Iowa came out on fire in the second half because LSU couldn't make shots. It was 69-58, Iowa ended the quarter 3. LSU's defensive transition was terrible. They wasn't getting back. At first, Iowa looked like they were gassed, and then Iowa had that second half because they might have used a few more players than LSU did, and then boom, 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 and they were gone. But that defensive transition in the second half is what lost LSU that game. And I'm like, Flage has to take over, but there's so much going on. Van Lith was shooting too many shots. And she was forcing the issue a little bit instead of kicking that rock, but she was open for a reason. She didn't understand that, but she has to be smart with the ball and knock down some of them shots in them instances, though. I really liked Morrow's game. She could have got the ball a little bit more because she's strong as fuck. She can shoot the 3, all that. But and I know I haven't mentioned Caitlyn because Caitlyn was killing. What the fuck she killing? Caitlyn was killing the whole motherfucking game. Ain't nothing to talk about. She got all the shit. Because she's fucking the truth, unbelievable how she handles the rock and shoots it. You know what I mean? She's a little risky with her playmaking, but she passes where her teammates should be. She passed them open. I love her fucking game. That 5th foul on Angel Reese was bullshit because the girl from Iowa wasn't set. But at the end of the day, the others of Iowa sealed the deal, as Moki said. One girl had 21, another girl had 19. That can't happen. Shit, eat shit. Either the others eat and Caitlyn don't eat, or Caitlyn eat and the others don't eat. You can't have Caitlyn eat and they eat. That's just not a good deal. So Iowa won 87-94. Clark had 41, 13-29 from the field, 9-20 from Trey, 7-12. Reese had 17-20. Flage had 24. Morrow had 14, 16. Yo, Clark has mad records, yo. I can't even read them. She got mad records. Ain't no reason. She got mad records. So she's not done. She earned another 40 minutes, and I think she's like 28 or 32 points away from another one more record she can get. Shout out to LSU though. Flage held Angel down in the post game press conference when Angel said she hadn't been happy since they won the chip last year. I'm like, damn, that shit hurt. All that social media hate, that hurt my heart because that young woman shouldn't have to go through all the hate she getting. And I got to give me my Bayou Barbie shit because just to support her and you know what I'm saying, help her out with her bag because that shit is depressing. That could depress a child. Y'all know y'all could have sent that lady off the dark edge. Y'all could have sent that little girl. So shout out to her team, her mental health team, her family, the people at LSU, the counselors, her coaches, assistant coaches, everybody, her friends. And if she got a man or a woman, you know what I'm saying? Because they held her down and made sure she kept an even head, man. So fuck all you punk motherfuckers that did that to her. She's a black woman that played basketball. That's all it is, y'all. She ain't making no motherfucking life decisions, man. Who did she hurt, yo? Because she did this to Caitlyn. Caitlyn can do it. Because she did this because I got my ring. All that shit just because we trash talking, everybody trash talk. We trash talk with our fucking friends. So you mean we can't trash talk to competitors because a black woman is doing this shit? Fuck y'all, for real. But it brought brevity to the situation of what y'all do to people. You know what I mean? In this white man's world. USC versus UConn, right? 33-33 at the half, 55-51 to end of quarter 3. USC fought back in the third, coming back down from 10. Juju should be in the flow of the game too. Sometimes she might shoot that shit and force some shit, but her shit be in the flow of the game a lot, man. A lot. So I appreciate Juju game. UConn put it out though. Paige Beckers look good. Gino says she's the best player in the country. I mean, she was out for like 2 years with injuries and shit, and the girl is nice. Paige is nice. Paige is nice, yo. She's fucking nice, man. He got to say she the best. Just like, you know what I'm saying? My player, she the best in the state to me. You know what I mean? Paige is nice, though. She just might be. You know what I mean? It's what you like. It's what you like. If you put Paige with Iowa, Paige is doing the shit, but are those Iowa players able to help Paige like her UConn teammates do? If you put Caitlyn with UConn, that opens up the floor for everybody else. But they both made the Final Four. The 23rd Final Four for UConn. Becker's at 28-10 and 6. Juju breaks the record as the all-time leading scorer as a freshman with 920 points. And shit, my bad, y'all. I didn't put down what Juju had and all that, but yeah. And we ride around like this. We riding around like this. I'm up like this. Damn, I can't even find it, y'all. No matter, it's all good. Juju. We gotta get Juju. Jojo. Hey, man, come on. Man, come on. Man, I can't believe I can put this shit up in here. What Juju had, y'all? Juju had and her come on, man, damn. Juju had too much shit. Yeah, 29. Shit, 29, 10, and 2. We take it. You know what I mean? Shout out. So that leaves us with South Carolina versus NC State and Iowa versus UConn. I had South Carolina versus USC, so I'm going South Carolina versus UConn. Man, I don't know. South Carolina versus UConn, that's what I got. All right. Ice Cube. First off, NC State and UConn's men's and women's teams were playing the Final Four. Dope. Ice Cube offers Caitlyn Clark $5 million to play in the Big Three. Reportedly, she declined. She can make $73,000 in the WNBA from her salary alone this season, plus endorsements. So that would nowhere come close to the $5 million Cube offer. I appreciate him doing that. But this is the last year of the WNBA media rights deal, and much is waning on the W's ratings and performance this year following this great Final Four we're finna go into. So for women's sports, she has to play in the W. For sports in general, though, she should play in the Big Three. She should play. She should play in the Big Three. But for women's sports, she has to play in the W, and everybody understand that. But this put force W, y'all got to get y'all money up for them. The Diddy raid. Here's what I would say about that, right? This is just the beginning. The sex trafficking shit is nothing to play with. Homeland Security coming to your houses to raid them is not a good look. Others will be investigated, and Puff will not snitch. They might make him an example, that's it. But he hasn't been charged with anything as of now. So either, like motherfuckers saying, they did that to protect motherfuckers, or they did that to make him the scapegoat for shit, right? We in quick one, so I just got to move around quick. Is what it is. Is what it is. If he did that shit, he deserved to pay for everything he did. Rashee Rice of the Kansas City Chiefs, the Corvette versus the Lambo and Dallas shit. Come on, G. People got hurt. The baby in the car. Time score situation. You can't do that. Y'all got enough money to go to any track and race. So just chill. Never. That's never cool. Juvenile 400 Degrees video for his 25th anniversary of the release of the album. I like it. Take a track that didn't have a video and release a video for it whenever the fuck you want to because it's your music. Dope. 400 Degrees is one of Juvie's best songs. That album is a classic. That song is a hood classic in any hood bar. You gonna hear that shit. Shout out Ivana High Boy. What the hell did you call that? He made me want to get into some gangster shit. Listen to that song. You know what I'm saying? For real. Shout out. And the video fire too. All right, y'all. We get up out of here, man. Make sure everybody stay on what you staying on. But most of all, get your confidence together, get your clutch together. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms, confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com, wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Click that bell for notification, new content when I drop. Search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on X and Instagram at KITK. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Weekly. Donald Nelson, D-Nell, Dizzle, Deezy, Deezus, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Little D, Donrilla, Digger. your host of the Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson. The Confidence in the Klutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. Have a safe and healthy night. If you're listening during the daytime, credit great day on purpose, y'all. You know what we got to do, man. Take care of each other. Take care of your children. Take care of yourself first so you can take care of your children, man, because they watching. You know what it is. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the Klutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the Klutch.
Confidence in the Klutch.